Greetings once again, all you ghouls out there. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with Tokyo Ghoul Read. And ooh baby, so much ended up happening, especially if you read the manga too. But previously, after Takizawa loses himself, despite taking down Tartara, his former allies turn on him. The Quink squad comes in and manages to somewhat fight him off. But when they get close to killing him, who should save him but Akira, still lamenting the fact that she wasn't able to save him in the end. She's injured in the process, and Amon decides to ask Takizawa to escape with her and meet up with Amon's ally. Amon continues to do battle with the Quink squad, and he has a bit of a heart-to-heart with Yonebayashi, who is conflicted over Amon's action, but he encourages her to do what she believes is right in the end. After the fight, Urie happens upon Mitsuki in a very different situation from the manga, where we don't actually learn anything about Mitsuki's past, and in fact, Mitsuki's ordeal with Torso is completely glossed over, in a situation very similar to Season 1 Kaneki, where all of Mitsuki's urgency is essentially just stripped away. I take a little bit of umbrage with that, but Mitsuki is saved. Meanwhile, Kuro and Nishiki end up doing battle against Roma and Shikore in an attempt to capture Dr. Kana. Ultimately, Kano escapes, and during the course of the battle, Shikore ends up running away like a little bitch because of the intensity of the fight, and Roma is captured. Donato is freed from the cochlea by Uta, meets up with Furta, and they proceed to kill the head Washu. At the same time, Murata, based on a bit of a hunch as well as Eto's book, goes after Yoshitoki in order to surmise if he is a ghoul or not. He finds out, and seemingly Murata disappears, with Matsuri finding the scene of the grisly fight and proclaims Yoshitoki his father? Which kinda took me off guard. That doesn't feel like that's how that should have worked. How old was Yoshitoki? How old was Matsuri? I don't know, for some reason I always thought they were around the same age, so that kind of caught me off guard. Or am I just not remembering where it was mentioned they were father and son? Meanwhile, well, regardless, great upheaval in the hierarchy of the CCG, and Kaneki spends the final moments of Arima as they discuss what he has been all along. A half-ghoul, engineered, like many, in a place called the Garden by the Washu family. Yes, the CCG, all along controlled by Ghoul, and Arima a pawn in their machination. And for Arima, unlike Eto, he and the rest of his kind's life would be fairly short. In fact, as it turns out, Arima was blind in one eye, the one-eyed king. And it was during a specific encounter between Arima and Eto they formulated the plan of the one-eyed king, as well as the rumor behind it, trying to create upheaval in the world that they lived in order to tip the balance of power of those who had done so much damage to their lives. Eto, the situation with her father, and Arima, the situation with the entire Washu clan, as well as the CCG as a whole, and V, which might as well be one and the same to a certain degree. So as Arima dies, and Kaneki understands the plan that he and Eto had manufactured, Kaneki decides to accept his role as the person who killed Arima and become the one-eyed king. Now with this heavy crown, what will Kaneki do as the new shining beacon for the ghoul world? With the CCG in so much turmoil, this would be the perfect time for ghouls to strike. What'll happen next? Join me as I find out. Won't you? Wake up, Kaneki. It's ghoulin' time. Another unfamiliar place, huh? Where did you end up? Arima. It's weird to have him really be gone. Right, the standoff. Ato got hacked up, and the Zero Squad jumped in. And Kaneki came to the rescue after everything that happened. Where did he end up? Memories. Oh, is he at Toka's place? Yeah, and the figures. Nishiki. Good morning. Toka, would you like some coffee? Of course. It is a coffee shop after all. SAAS S plus LS S plus S. I think I'm gonna jump right up to assistant special class. Stop counting that. Oh god. God, it's a who's who. Alright. Arima Squadron. God, I really don't recognize any of them. The girl with the white hair looks cute. Shoo. God, what a collection. Hey. What the hell are the doves doing here? We're protecting Ken Kaneki. You heard him. We're honoring Mr. Kisho's final words. A friend. Yeah, for you. I mean, yeah. What kind of gathering is this? Ah, Kuro. Are the remnants of Aogiri and the cafe workers getting together for some tea? Kuro, don't be snippy. All I care about is killing Kana, that's all. Then I'll help. Misa, can Kaneki, my life was spared by your comrades in Rushima. Oh, these are the first these two have ever met, right? Wait. Oh god, I'm confusing the anime and the manga. When Kaneki was part of Aogiri Tree, did they meet? That's why I want to make my decision after hearing what you have to say. I want to carry on the previous One-Eyed King's wishes and create a world where ghouls and humans can understand each other. Yeah, okay. Also, Kaneki with the drip. How's that gonna go over? Of course. I was wondering what kind of drivel would come out of your mouth, but... And how are we ghouls and humans supposed to understand each other? We'll talk to each other. Seriously, are you sane? I mean, even when he went off and formed his own coalition, that was kind of what he was going for. It's always kind of been that Kaneki's trying to understand ghouls better. Maybe see if there's another path in all of this. He kind of got a little bit sidetracked with the whole CCG thing, but honestly, I didn't hate him being part of the CCG. If anything, it helped give him a better perspective on what he wanted, I feel. His time with the Quinks and all that. The reason the killing doesn't stop is because we refuse to compromise. Humans and ghouls can't come to understand each other. I, a former human, am proof of that. What's important is that we talk to each other, but I'm sure they won't accept that offer. That's why we're going to have to force them to talk to us. Hayato. We will now create an anti-human organization with the One-Eyed King as its leader. The name of the organization will be GOAT. The GOAT. What a name, the GOAT. Alright, wasn't that part of Eto's books? The Black Goat or the Black Egg, something like that? Something goat. The goat of the black egg or something? MovE encounters hesitation. Yeah, the Yamori lovers were never gonna go along with it. How stupid. More people stayed than what I thought. Takehiko. Arima killed my sister. Oh yeah, Takehato's mother. And now you're trying to tell me he was helping ghouls all along? If he was in front of me right now, I'd want to kill him. Understandable. Yeah, it's kind of like warring nations. How do you heal from a war? That's something I've never really had to think about, honestly. Because, yeah, it seems very naive to think that it'd be so easy to just be like, let's all ally together, be friends, yada yada yada. Easier said than done. But it's happened in the past. Plenty of people who were at war at one point are now allies or okay now. I mean, wars that happened 50 or so years ago. Wars that are currently going on. Wars that happened 10 or so years ago. Naturally, there's still going to be bad blood, but, certain things are left in the past to a certain degree. Otherwise, you never manage to move forward. But that hate is understandable. But don't take it out on the people. Never take it out on people. It didn't matter who it was. Everyone around him worked hard just to get praise from him. That's also why I'm here. I wanted him to acknowledge me all this time. Kisho Arima is dead. No matter how much you hate him, there won't be any more opportunities to kill him. Just like your sister won't be coming back. Renji Yomo. You believe in those that Kisho Arima had chosen. You believe in can connect. Isn't that enough? I don't think understanding each other means that we have to share everything. That's a rather mature way of looking at it. In that case, I believe it's doable. Take, turn on the TV. As you can see, there's black smoke billowing from the CCG building in the 22nd Ward. Mercy reports that there are similar incidents occurring around other wards. Is this also the work of ghouls? That's not us. A setup? So after finish off Westwood next, they're crushing each branch. Looks like they're doing some cleanup with the emergence and aligning it with the emergence of the One-Eyed King. Trying to make it look like Kaneki's on the move, huh? So this is how they do things. So Forta? Her fever's really bad. Akira? Whoa, Banjo? She's in bad shape. What is she doing? She's barely conscious. At this rate. Come on, do something, damn it. Dude, stop that, my hands. Hello, Banjo. Who the hell? It's been too long. Nico. God, how long has it been since we've seen Nico? Nico, how did you... If you're looking to lock people up, you need to make sure it's as tight as someone's asshole. What was that? Roma sent out a message? How? What the hell was that crawling out of her? I detected Roma's SOS. Like a scrap of Kugane. Okay, that's kind of freaky. So you're after Roma? I thought I'd come pay my respects to your king today. Really? Nico's playing the angles, huh? That woman's gonna die. What? Are you saying you can cure her? Nope, but there is a way. Why? Yes, it's very simple. You need to have a doctor look at her. Oh. I mean, yeah, that is simple. Oh. The hell? Jesus, the sound design on how that door flew. I heard that from one ear to the next. Naki. Oh, dude, stop that, Naki. Shut up. I can never forget this guy. You're the one who did Big Bro in, aren't you? The whole thing with you and Mori finally coming home to roost after all this time. I still feel Naki's introduction is kind of weird. Like, he just kind of shows up. I'm gonna kill you. So you're not gonna be helping out, Goat? Working with someone who killed our Big Bro just isn't our policy. Naki, what will make you listen to me? The way the 13th Ward does things is easy. Oh, the strongest stands on top. Naki, buddy, you ain't got this. Oh, come at me then. Oh, you'd be insulting Big Bro if you did that, Misa. Yep, and look, Naki, you ain't got this, bud. Oh, you don't compare to Yamori at all. Of course not. Oh, the shirt came off. You're not getting away. Oh, doesn't that hurt? Of course. Now does that hurt? Jeez. Oh man, you ain't looking so good, Naki. Oh, that's Big Bros Kagane. Do you still want to continue? I promise you're the leader of the white suits starting today. Naki, if the white suits are just gonna die in vain, you should die under me. What a thing to say. If you're gonna die, why not die under me? Like, okay? I'll fight for you as well. Keeping our promises is also the 13th Ward's policy. The Great Wheel Act. Great Wheel Act. I heard it's a human organization of ghoul supporters. Ghoul supporters? How the hell did this happen? That's pretty far-fetched. It's not inconceivable. Looks like the far-fetched just arrived. Hello, I'm Ogara from the Great Wheel Act. Do we know this guy? Okay, so she's getting treated. Mr. Ogura, what's the Great Wheel Act? It started from some activities of some college student. College student? Yeah, it was an organization that was formed with students from Kami University, but they were forced to shut down. After that, they changed members in the formation of the group, and their principles are still connected with the current Great Wheel Act. Principles? We just happen to be born human. The oppressors and the oppressed. If that's what side you were born on was already decided at birth, all we could do is hate each other. But if we got rid of that rule, we thought that maybe both sides could understand each other. That is our thought process. The one who presented that idea was a medical student, and apparently decided that they would provide ghouls with medical care. Apparently her lover was a ghoul. Wait, it's not. Oh, well, hello. So it was her. I forget her name, but yeah. We'll continue our activities below the surface in hopes that someday ghouls will also have rights. We will support you. Goat and the One-Eyed King. Hey, Nisha, the one who established the Great Wheel Act. We're gonna buy some canned coffee or something. How long has it been since they've seen each other? She's awake? Oh. Where am I? Vanja, you're awake. Oh god, that look. Who the hell are you? So all that happened while I was asleep. I wonder if it's like meeting each other for the first time. Sakura, sorry, but could you leave me alone for a while? Almond, why don't we have a chat? Sure. Wow, how long has it been since these two actually spoke to each other? How strange. People who were trying to kill each other are now sitting here together. Right? I never actually thought that you were trying to kill me. That's how impactful it was for me. A goal that let an investigator live. I'd never heard of that before. iPad, the world's perception is simple. Ghouls are monsters that eat humans. Nothing more, nothing less. My stance isn't going to change. I'm going to fight for the ghouls. That's all. You used to be humans, so why are you working so hard for the sake of the ghoul? We're alike. The ghouls have been separated from society and they can only feed on one thing. They're just like me. I have people I considered important who were human, but I really didn't care what happened to most of them. That is true. We as people, you hear somebody's caught in a bus crash. Yeah, you feel bad, but you didn't know that person. I want to fight for those who are close to me, rather than for people I can't even see. It's so weird for him to be including Ayato, but, more from the standpoint of the Route A anime, you could kind of say Kaneki and Ayato are friends. And in my case, there were a lot of ghouls. It's not the most solid motive, I think. Actually, that's understandable, right? Just because most of my friends are, from that side. What are you going to do now, Mr. Amma? I'm not sure. So my feelings from when I was an investigator haven't changed. I'll continue to do what I think is right. Like Batman. Miss Akira is awake now. Do you mind going to see her? iPad, if an acquaintance or a friend you thought you had lost appeared before you, how would you feel? A rational question. I'd probably be scared, and I might lose them again. Right, I see. Yeah. Cat? Oh right, she had a cat. It's been right, Stella? Right, her weird cat from that time that he took her home. It's been a while. Addressing the cat. How did you manage to sneak into my house? Through the window? Oh god. Destruction of property and trespassing. A righteous high-ranking investigator. Oh, I guess you're a former investigator now as well. Okay, first of all, please let me apologize. Takizawa listening for not telling you anything. Thanks for bringing me Maristella. I had lived these past few years believing you were dead. What do you want me to say? I don't need your apology. This is neither joyous or infuriating. I'm just bewildered. I'm sorry, former investigator Amon. No, it's fine. I'm going to stay here for a while. Let me know if you need anything. God, their lives are so complicated now. It's so weird to go from how they used to be to now. It's such a massive change. That office life that was, kind of like, why do I care about all this? But to get to now with these characters, it's such an interesting juxtaposition. I'll be waiting. I didn't lie, but I don't feel like I can tell the truth. What is the truth for you? How am I supposed to react right now? Oh, who is it now? Oh boy, this meeting. You're better, right? Let's have a chat. Akira Mata. Oh boy. These two encountering each other. God. Just so you know, the person who killed your father was me. Okay, so we're starting off on a positive note. And here I was wondering what you had to say to someone who was recovering from an injury. I'm glad that your personality sucks. It appears that I won't have any trouble hating you. I see. That's good. What the hell was that? A park? She's showing her ghoul children to help her understand. Kid, they're ghouls. Ghouls that belong to the Aogiri tree. Children who lost their parents and were surviving on their own. Tuka. Oh god. Hinami. Boy. I don't know how to feel about all this. Came. I want to see how the little ones are doing. I see. Hey, it's Hinami. Come on, Hinami. I'll be right there. Hinami's the last ghoul that your father was after. Hinami's no different from those kids. She lost her parents and had nowhere to go. Stop beating around the bush. Why don't you just say it, rabbit? That my father killed them. Jeez. Right? What's the point in showing me all this? Did you want pity? I'm not asking for your pity. I actually pity you. Pity me. You see, my father was always really nice in front of us. He was always really kind and smiling. But without us knowing, he was killing a lot of people. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't to eat, but to avenge my mother. You see, I thought he was the biggest idiot. I seriously thought that my father, who died for a stupid reason like that, is a complete failure as a parent. Jeez. I felt powerless. My brother and I couldn't save my father. I realized that my father couldn't handle my mother's death more than the both of us. Right. He really loved her, and he felt real guilt over what happened to her. I have no problem saying someone was wrong, even if they happen to be my parent. Yes, I wanted to be with them. Toka, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Let's go down. Huh? Just come on. Hey, hey, let me just say one thing. As far as I've seen, Hanami hasn't resented your father even once. It's true. That's actually a good point. Hanami has never, cursed him or anything like that. I mean, he died, ultimately, but it's not like she thinks back to him with, anger. It's more just sadness. Come at me, brat. It's manager. Smell like coffee. Hey, kids, why don't you give this lady a hug, too? Sure, can we? Whatever. It smells good. I'm sort of getting hungry. Oh, God. Hanami? It's really okay? Such a weird thing to ask someone to do, and yet, I don't know. You can hear their heartbeat. She's warm. Oof. Who was I supposed to hate? Who am I supposed to hate? Oof. Man, that's not fair, man. What a complicated situation. Because both of their situations are so odd. But, I mean, if you were to encounter someone who was the child of someone who killed your parent during war, how would you feel? How would you react to that? I'm really not sure. It is really hard to say. I actually really kind of like this episode, just because of the fact that on one hand, it was kind of a return to form. Like the Tokyo Ghoul that I kind of miss. Kaneki talking with Toka, being around Nishiki and Shu and them just being around each other. Just those characters in vicinity to each other. I mean, even when it comes to Amon and Akira, talking for the first time in so long. I don't know, there's something I really enjoyed about that. And just the idea of, look, we're not gonna love each other, but we just want to be able to accept it. Because I feel like with the embrace that Hanami gave to Akira, is just to kind of not see this person as the child of the person who killed my parent, but as a person in and of themselves, to go beyond a feeling, but to reach an understanding. Do I feel like Hanami and Akira and Toka are going to be palling around? No, absolutely not. Shoot, they may never see each other again after this point, but there's an acceptance here that I feel is very, very pivotal. The acceptance that you're a person, you're alive, and you deserve to live. And just because of what happened between the people we cared about does not mean we need to continue the cycle of violence. I mean, it really is a problem in the fact that ghouls consume humans. Even the little kids saying, oh, I'm kind of getting hungry, she smells nice. Like, but I feel as though maybe there could potentially be a way around the nature of ghoul that just was never really fleshed out. And is there a potential there? I mean, Mr. Yoshimura got around it by, taking the bodies of those who had done themselves in and using that, but I mean, the Quink Squad are able to survive with ghoul physiology but not consume flesh. And to a certain degree, Kaneki was able to do that as well. So maybe there's a way around it that just hasn't been explored. I mean, that's what Kaneki's trying to do. Because it's easy to just give in to the hate. Just say, they're monsters, they need to be eradicated, and leave it as that. Instead of looking at it as an affliction that could potentially be solved if you just take the time to find a way. I mean, even when it comes to Dr. Kano, it's not like he probably could have found a way around Ghoul's need to consume flesh, and so many lives would be saved. But it's kind of like that one meme of Spider-Man going up against the dinosaur pterodactyl dude Sauron. Yes, that's his name. Where Spider-Man's just like, with this technology, you could save so many lives, you could cure cancer. And why are you turning people into dinosaurs? And Sauron says, I don't want to save lives or cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. It's just as simple as that. So much has been done in this series genetically to ghouls and humans alike, so it's not outside of the realm of possibility. Ghouls could, in a way, become just another version of human. I really got a lot out of this episode. Like, man, I don't know why. Something about this episode hit a little different. I hope it continues this momentum. I think just because there wasn't so much going on, we weren't jumping from place to place to place to place. It was just simple. You had Kaneki and the people around him, whether it be Naki in the white suits, just Toka, the ghouls. It was simple. It was a simple episode. It didn't feel as crazy as the other, and I really appreciate that. Oh man, I hope future episodes are like this, because the cruise easy street into the last few episodes of this series, because it's been a chore. Mostly just reading the manga and just picking up where the anime cherry picks from. But this one, I really like this one. It got me in the field. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about Kaneki's bid to be the one-eyed king and take control of the ghouls for a better tomorrow? The efforts being used to besmirch his name, the reunion of Akira and Amon, the reunion of Toka and Kaneki, or more importantly, the kind of reconciliation between Akira, Hanami, and Toka. How do you feel about that? Do you think in either of their shoes, any of their shoes, could you do the same? I want to hear from you. So like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you later. Till then, bye-bye.